Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, July the 25th. As I always say, it's a pleasure to have you with us today. Today we're going to talk about taking care of our teeth. Specifically, how do you decide if you or the kids need braces? And we have Dr. Elizabeth Abe with us from Columbia Healthy Smiles, and you're solo today.
Yes.
Your husband, Philip Batson, Dr. Philip Batson, is not with us. But we thought we'd talk about braces because this is something that affects a lot of people, especially the kids, right? But do older folks also look for braces from time to time?
Yes, definitely. Adults like to get their teeth straightened too. Oftentimes we focus on the kids because they're still in that growth phase where a lot more movement can be done and more can be accomplished while they're still growing.
When you're younger?
Yes.
Right. Now, there are several different kinds of braces. There's the braces that I remember as a kid, and they're the metal braces that go across your teeth, and you wear those 24 hours a day, right?
Yes, they don't come off.
Okay, those are the traditional braces. Then there's something that's newer, and they're called clear aligners. Is that right?
Yes.
And there's many different brands of clear aligners.
Yes.
What's the difference between the two?
Your traditional braces are going to be your brackets and wires, and of course that has changed a lot too, even over the last 10 years. And then your clear aligners are ones that you wear throughout the day, but you can take them off. And they don't have metal to them, and so they look a little bit more invisible. And so the brand name would be Invisalign.
Okay, if you have those clear aligners on, can you tell at all? Or do you have to look really close to see that you're wearing them, or are they noticeable?
They are clear, but it's still an adjustment at times to talk with them. In certain cases, you'll have what we call little buttons, which are basically little clear bumps. And so if you look really closely, you could definitely tell it's not completely invisible, but it is a lot better than having
the metal braces.
Metal, yes.
And I would imagine that sometimes kids would prefer to have that instead of having the metal braces.
Sometimes, yes, but a lot of times a lot of kids have braces, so they're okay with their friends having it or and whatnot.
If you have these clear aligners, can you eat with them in, or do you have to take them out to eat?
So you typically take them out to eat because you don't want to trap food and sugar underneath your aligners. You can drink with them, but typically you would remove them.
So how do they work? Do you make a mold of the mouth and then make them a little bit pushed in more than what the teeth are so that they start adjusting the teeth?
Yes, so it starts off with a mold or a scan of the teeth, and then digitally it's a case is formed based on what teeth need to be moved. And so every tray that you advance to...
Oh, you wear more than one tray?
Yes.
So
sometimes quite a few.
How many different trays would there be?
It depends on the case and how much you're moving, but it can be quite a few trays over the course of anywhere. The standard traditional would be, your 18 to 24 months. So
it could take up to 2 years.
Yeah.
And you would wear a tray maybe a week or two?
A week or two at a time.
And then the new tray that's made pushes the teeth a little bit more. And a little bit more. Is there any pain to that at all?
Yes, whenever you're moving teeth, you always expect some discomfort. definitely, even with traditional or the clear liners.
There is a little bit of discomfort.
Yes.
What happens, okay, let's say you got your clear aligner, you just had the new one made, and you lose it or you break it. What happens there?
Well, hopefully you're not losing it or breaking it on like the first day that you're supposed to switch to the next one. So if you do lose it, hopefully you're close to going to the next aligner anyway.
Do they work as well as the traditional braces? Do they work as fast as the traditional braces, or do the metal ones work faster?
There are limitations to the clear aligners, definitely. You can do more movement and sometimes quicker movement with the metal ones, yeah.
So the benefit then would be simply cosmetic as far as not seeing that you have braces.
Yes.
But if you want faster movement, the metal ones are going to accomplish that.
Yes, and you can tweak things a little bit easier and get more predictable movements with your traditional metal brackets.
How do you the metal ones? They're the same ones stay on the whole time.
Yes, the same ones do. Sometimes an orthodontist will move the bracket to just gain a different type of movement if they're not seeing the teeth move in the correct direction they want it to.
So how do you tighten them? Like a little screw that you're tightening them, or what?
So it's referred to as tightening, but really it's a change in the wire. So you advance from a very skinny, very flexible wire to a thicker wire as your treatment progresses.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a little more complicated than what I thought it was. But what the bottom line is, the metal ones work faster. The clear aligners are a little bit slower, but they're not as noticeable. And
I would say just you get more predictability with the metal.
With the metal ones. But it's up to each individual person as to what they want to deal with it.
Yep.
Okay. Eddie, we're about out of time, but as far as taking care of your teeth with the braces, the same thing. You brush. How do you brush around the metal things there?
It is harder, and that is another advantage of having something that removes.
But when you have the clear aligners, you take them out to brush your teeth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm sure there's a lot more. Oh, one other thing. What price wise? Are the metal ones?
They're about the same.
Oh, they're both. So if you need to have braces, you got some choices that you can think about. Yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that. I'm curious about the clear aligners and the metal braces.
Yeah.
All right. If you want more information, you can give them a call. What's your phone number?
Our phone number is 573-875-7071.
Okay. And thank you for coming out today.
Thank you.
Hope you have a nice day. If there's something that you would like to hear or see, I would love to hear from you. Just drop me an email. That's pepperp@missouri.edu, and we'll say aloha to Dr. Elizabeth Abe from Columbia Healthy Smiles.
Aloha.
All right.